Okay, I wanted to spend a few minutes um, I know there's a video rolling here, but just a few minutes to review what's gone on this past week. It's the end of the quarter today. I took a few days here at the end of the quarter to run these video demonstrations, put together a short little series here. I just want to review the purpose of that, and tomorrow's a new quarter. It'll be business as usual for me, which is not making videos. but um, I wanted to show or demonstrate the merit of broker-dealer order flow in an isolated frame of reference. What do I mean by that? Well, in other words, without adding probabilities from other logic. In doing so, is the technical study and a chart of support and resistance enough to conclude that broker-dealer order flow provides a competitive advantage? And hopefully that has been demonstrated. However, you have to know that one technical study is not a complete business plan on its own, and it could never be intended as such. So, there is no silver bullet. You have to have a complete approach, and I wanted to address some issues, some of which I keep seeing with people attempting to profit from this business. Number one, you need a market-based target. When I ask some people, I say, well, why'd you put the position on? They say, well, the trend was up, and I was expecting a retest of the highs. Well, I got news for you. That's not enough reason or probability, particularly to assume the risk in entering and building a position. And so you need a valid reason for having a particular position on, or you're going to find yourself wasting time and money in this business. And maybe that's something you need to study. It could be you see something technical, you see something that falls in the realm of fundamental or whatnot. But whatever it is, you need to have a market-based tenet for having a specific target. Which leads me to the next topic I want to cover about building a position. The target's going to give you the confidence to build a position, but it's not only costly to put your entire position on at once, but it's also arrogant. And what do I mean by costly? Well, what I mean is you'll eventually have to capitulate. Every trader I know of, professionals included, who put most of their size in one cycle on, will tell you that their largest gain, or their largest loss, is usually equivalent to their largest gain. And looking back at their profits, therefore, volatile drawdown from time to time is expected. And I'm not implying that such an approach can't be profitable. I'm saying you'll have to be honest about expectations of your profit and loss trends and the certain volatility in your equity curve. The alternative is to build a position by adding to one that's winning. For some who are new to the business, this is counterintuitive. I can assure, however, the benefits from managing your business this way shouldn't be overlooked. By trading in small increments, which on their own are not meaningful, you can build quite meaningful positions with far less drawdown. However, this requires significant patience and discipline. Most people don't have the patience and discipline to do it. If you do it, I think you'll find it easier to follow, particularly if you have a targeted business plan. You're going to have very small individual losses, some which will stack up for drawdown, shallow drawdown. You're going to have many scratches. You're going to have some small gains, some no-goes, because the market just didn't fall through for you. But you will have a few windfall gains doing this, and it's those gains which will make up a majority of your net profit. Finally, you need to know your market or your stock relative to the overall market and its peers. Understand how your stock or index is performing relative to some benchmark or some index basket. Matter of fact, you can even use dislocations in relative performance as the target in your trading business plan. I'll let those who aren't already doing so marinate on that concept. And listen, if you have any questions in regards to these specific topics I've outlined, or any other questions relative to the business, I'll be as available as I can for those still learning. If you don't use broker-dealer order flow in your business, that's okay. I just hope you find another advantage, either one that you create or one not currently in use by the majority of participants. And additionally, I wish everyone the best, not only in this business, but in all of life's endeavors.